Our Adam Housley rode out the storm in Key Largo, and he's there for us this afternoon. Hey, Adam.
Hey, Shepard. Yeah, a lot of damage on the ocean side especially. So if you're looking at a map, that'd be the right side, basically the east side of the islands all the way down. We drove down about mile marker 54 or so earlier today, all the way down on the beach side, or sorry, on the ocean side, you saw the damage, the east side. On the west side, or the bay side as they call it, you would see just trees down, which is significant. There are trees down everywhere. We had wind gusts here up to 135 miles an hour. This was called the Botel. In fact, I'll give you a little look here, starting from my left. When we were here on Friday, Shepard, we did live shots out here. They had just closed down. The locals were telling us it was a great place to get a fish fry on a Friday and a cold beer. In fact, the Monroe County Sheriff's guys told us about it. It was really well known here by locals, but you can see it didn't fare well, not only with the wind through here, but a 6-foot storm surge from where I'm standing right now. So I'm 6'3", roughly, 6'2", 6'3". The water was basically where my head is. To my right, you can see it's all torn down as well. Now, earlier today, Shepard, you heard from a couple. I know you was on the show earlier today. You introduced them, and they were folks that rode out a storm in their second story, and there was waves in the first story. That's their house right there. They had waves 6 feet into the first story of their home, and actually another couple that was on a boat trying to ride this out came over and knocked on their door in the middle of the storm, put on their life vest, and climbed up to the second story, and thankfully they all survived. The good news is nobody in this area of Key Largo died, Shepard, but there is a lot of damage, and there's still a lot of concern about Marathon, which is to our south a bit. In fact, we got down about 15-20 miles from Marathon. Damage down there is pretty extensive. I know the Department of Homeland Security, they sent a team down with a special satellite truck to get out communications because there are no communications. In fact, right now, very little water on the Keys. Electricity is pretty much non-existent. There's one little patch over here, believe it or not, but nobody else that I've ever heard has electricity. Cell service is out by the time you get to Isla Mirada, which is the next island down. So there's some difficult days ahead here, Shepard. But right now, we're just trying to find out more what happened in Marathon.
Any word from authorities on when they think they might be able to let people come home?
Well, you know, we heard from the governor saying that the bridges, I know they were trying to inspect all those bridges, and apparently they're all passable. We went over about 4 or 5, and there were guys out there looking, but so apparently they're all passable. Some did sustain damage. The biggest concern now is, and you can't really show it. Yeah, you can. Lloyd, show this right here to my right. There's trees and wires down everywhere, Shepard. So the problem is, while the main freeway, or the main interstate, I should say, that goes down all the way to Key West is passable as far as we can tell, although there is a report south of Marathon that there might be a chunk of it out. So a significant portion of the interstate's open. The problem is all the side streets are like that. They're littered with trees and power lines and just, in some cases, boats, just junk, stuff that's no longer in people's homes that are now just, it's just debris. And so they've got to be able to clear that. So the Sheriff's Department here in Monroe County has been going around telling the National Guard which streets need to go first, and they're going to bring in backhoes. In fact, the backhoes have already been positioned here, and they're going to go in and clear that out first. And we're told that is the first step. Once those roads are cleared out, Shepard, they'll let people back in. But they can't let people in because they can't get in.
Adam Housley in Key Largo.